Hello there folks, Nathan here, hope you're all well and welcome back to my channel. Just thought I'd do a quick video. This is something that I was meaning to do for quite a long time, but it slipped to the back of my mind. I've only just realised it after watching back one of my old model bus unboxing videos. I haven't actually shown you my full collection now, have I, since it's complete? So this is part of it. I've got another 5 buses in my bedroom which are all London based, which I will show you in part 2. I think I'm going to do a 2-parter of this video. But this is the main collection on display here in my lounge. So obviously if I have visitors or family over, this is the majority of buses that they get to see on display. So I just thought I'd go through quickly. Just quickly show you each one and tell you what they are. So we'll start at the back and we'll work our way forwards. That'll be better. So if I reach across, we'll start at the very back. So we'll start with this Alexander Dennis Trident 2. I did unbox this on my channel a long time ago now. This is the West Midlands, Travel West Midlands Jubilee, 50th Jubilee livery. Congratulations to Her Majesty on the occasion of her 50th Jubilee. And this is the number 51 to Birmingham. So that's that. Next to it, not really a bus, but its bigger counterpart. It's a coach, this one. This is a Plaxton Excalibur. Now, I've done an unboxing of this one as well a while back. This is in the old Flights livery. And it actually replicates a coach that my dad used to drive. My dad used to work for this company. Flight's hallmark were actually based in Aston in Birmingham. And then the garage was used for National Express, and my dad drove National Express coaches as well. But when he first went onto the coaches, he drove for Flights. And he actually brought one of these coaches home once. He brought one of these coaches home once. He gave me, my mum and my brother a lift to my granddad's in it before he took it back to the yard. So this replicates one of the first coaches that he drove. I've even bought my dad one of these. My dad's got one as well. Because my dad's sort of into buses and coaches. The next one we'll have a look at is this one. Now this one I didn't unbox this on my channel. I have unboxed one like it though. This is a Alexander Dennis Plaxton President, this is. So it's a bit like a Dennis Trident, very, very similar to a Dennis Trident. But this is on Plaxton bodywork and it's called the Plaxton President. You can tell it's slightly different from a Trident with the assortment of various depth windows along the side. But you can sort of see the Dennis Trident traits peeping through there, especially at the back. The one I actually unboxed was a City of Oxford livery, I believe. I'm not sure what this one is or where it's going. Can't tell, but there you go. It's the first time she's appeared on camera. Next to that then, tucked away in the middle, we have this lovely little beauty. This is a Plastin Beaver, and this is the number 18. I did unbox this. It's a first bus. I did actually unbox this one on my channel. It's a lovely little bus. I have travelled on one of these. I seem to remember when I was very young, I think it was abroad, maybe not abroad, but on holiday somewhere, and we got on a little bus. So let's pop that one back. There we go. This one I've never unboxed. I didn't unbox on my channel. This one I never actually intended to get. This was a present, this one was, for my 28th birthday last year. It's an old Morken bus. I'm not too sure on the make or model. I've got a feeling it's maybe a Bristol series. I'm not too sure. It's quite a vintage bus. It's possibly one of the first ever buses which featured the doors at the front. This was a present from my aunt and uncle. A very nice little bus. And as I mentioned, this was, from the date it represents, was meant to be serving the town of, well, the town or village of Morken. We'll go from corner to corner. I think that's a bit easier. So tucked away here, this is possibly the most recent bus we looked at on my channel. In fact, it is the most recent bus we looked at on my channel. This is the cute and adorable little MCW Metro Rider, which I unboxed. I think it was just before Christmas last year, in the Westlink livery. Absolutely beautiful. And this was the first bus that I can ever remember going on as a child. I did tell a little bit of a story in the video, in the unboxing video, of this, from when I remember travelling on it. Yes, this is the Metro Camel Wayman Metro Rider, which later turned into the Opte Metro Rider, because MCW, some of their designs were bought out by Opte, and they became the Opte, and then the Metro Rider was eventually replaced with the Solo, the Opte Solo, which we will look at last because I've got a model of that. Next up then, this is possibly one of my favourite buses, and then again another one that I've unboxed on YouTube. This is of course the MCW Metrobus. I believe this is a Mark II. This is the number 16 to Hampstead. Via, I can't see where it's via. I don't know if it's Perry Bernard, I don't know. Or Five Ways. Yeah, this is the number 16 to Hampstead. And this is the Travel West Midlands livery. This is the livery that was around when I was growing up. And needless to say, I've been on many of these. My dad's driven many of these buses. Possibly his favourite, one of his favourite buses to drive. And what an absolutely amazing model. Excuse my foot. Absolutely amazing model. Very well built as well. It's got quite a bit of weight, and quite weighty and robust, that model. One of my favourites. I'll be absolutely gutted if anything happened to that. Moving on then, we have another bus that we unboxed on my channel a while ago now. This is the MercedesBenz Sitaro articulated bus, and this is the number 27 Travel Coventry. I believe it says somewhere where it's going. Yeah, so it goes from Coventry Station to the city centre, Walsgrave, Wicken and the hospital. The number 27, this is a Mercedes-Benz Sitaro, as I have said before. I've recently been on a Mercedes-Benz Sitaro at the NEC. They had the shuttle buses running to take you from the car parks to the actual entrance. Because me and my family went to the Caravan Camping and Motorhome show. They had 3 shuttle buses on, and they actually had Sitaros running. Not articulated, but I can say I've been on one now. I've certainly been on one of these abroad. I believe it was possibly Lanzarote. Oops. So I'll pop that back. Oh dear. There we go. And we'll go in this corner. Here is another one that I've unboxed on my channel. This is the number 5 to Solihull station. This is my Right Eclipse Gemini in the National Express West Midlands livery. And this exact model is a replica of a real bus that my dad has driven. And my dad also has a model of this. I bought my dad a model of this because it's the most recent. It's the most recent model to be released. Well, a Gemini anyway. Most recent Gemini to be released in the West Midlands livery. Hoping it's not too long until they start to bring out the new liveries. That's very nice. Next to that then we have a Stagecoach Gold, the number 7. This is the Enviro 400 MMC. As I've said, in the Stagecoach Gold livery, connecting local towns and villages with Oxford. So this is the Oxford livery. I did used to have one. I did used to have another one of these, but the top line there, as you can see, the bit of white at the top was facing the other way, and I'm very, very OCD about that. My liveries have to be spot on my models, otherwise I'm not happy. So I got this one just to represent Stagecoach Gold, because I happen to have been on one in Liverpool. Got one from Liverpool to Birkenhead. Stagecoach Gold. Me, my mate James, and our dearly departed friend Adam Flavel, who I've mentioned in my videos. Coming up next then, I believe this was a 2020 Christmas present from my good friend Dean. This is the 251 to Bradford. This is a Layland Lynx. I believe this was a first bus, but it's painted in this very, very appealing McDonald's livery. McDonald's restaurant, open 7 days a week. This covers Wakefield and Dewsbury. I've actually researched that route, quite a long route, so this bus would have travelled quite far. I don't think I'd have liked to have driven it. Yes, very nice livery. It's a bit toy-like though, this bus is. I mean, there's not much detail. I mean, there's no wing mirrors. The window wipers are on there, but there's no wing mirrors, which is a shame. Because obviously the real bus would have had mirrors. That's not the only Layland Lynx I've got. I've also got one in the Travel West Midlands livery, but that's away in my memory box, away for safekeeping. Coming to the end now of these, this is the next one. This is a Right Renown or Volvo B10, classic Volvo B10, and this is the number 18. This is the Blackburn Transport livery. I did have one of these. I did unbox one of these. Oh, sorry, with the Layland Lynx, I forgot to mention I did an unboxing of that one as well. Sorry, I forgot to say that. With the Layland Lynx, I unboxed that one as well. Didn't unbox this one. I actually unboxed a Travel West Midlands Line 33 livery of this one. But at that point, I was having too many National Express Travel West Midlands. I was like, no, I want to branch my fleet out with lots of different liveries and colours. So I actually gave my uncle that bus, and I ended up buying myself this one. So very nice livery, Blackburn Transport. Don't know whether that was recent or a retro livery. I'm not too sure. And then the next one, this is another one that I unboxed a long time ago. This is the Right Eclipse. The Right Eclipse 2. This is, and this is the Bradford Shuttle, the shuttle service. Lovely light and dark blue colour scheme. This runs the 662 to Cayley, Bingley and Bradford. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful bus. I did used to have a National Express one of these, but I got rid of it. Yeah, really nice buses. I've travelled on these many times, and my dad has even driven a few of them, because my dad is still a bus driver. Well, for now anyway. I think he's looking to change jobs. I think he's had enough. 9 years. Moving on, this is one that really should be in my bedroom, but just to make sure my room's not too cluttered with buses, I've moved it in here. This is the C1 to Victoria. This is a Alexander Dennis Enviro 200. A mini Enviro 200, I should say. This is the midibus version. But I don't know if there's a term for these. And as you may be able to tell, if I can do it on camera, maybe. Oh yeah, there you go. The engine compartment actually opens on this one. You've got to be very careful that you don't break that. So that's in the Travel London livery. Very similar look to the old Travel West Midlands logo there. Travel London. It's the C1 to Victoria. Very nice little bus. I've actually travelled on those a few times in Birmingham. There was a travel company called iGo, and they used to operate these little buses. The next one is, I don't believe, I didn't unbox that one. I didn't unbox that one because it didn't come with a box. But however, this one I did unbox. This is the Alexander Dennis Plaxton Pointer Dart. So it's actually a Dennis, but it was on Plaxton Pointer bodywork. And this is the 37 to, I don't know whether it's going to Birmingham, Solihull Station. This is route 37 to Solihull Station, and this particular bus was an extra service that was laid on by Touchwood Connections, Birmingham to Solihull. There's the number 37. You can see it went from Birmingham, Tyseley, Acox Green, Alton and Solihull. I am looking to replace this bus eventually, because again it's too Birmingham, too Birmingham-y. It's too West Midlandsy. It's representing another West Midlands bus, which I've got too many of them. I've got the Metro, I've got the Gemini, I've got the I've got a Lynx, Travel West Midlands Lynx. I've got too many West Midlands buses, so this will eventually be replaced, and it will be passed to my Uncle Mickey. but not yet. I'm going to keep it in my collection for quite a bit. Because it's a nice coloured bus actually. It's nice and colourful. So yes, this is the Dennis Dart. And then we brought to the last one for the living room collection. And this is the Opte Solo. This is the X56 Bath bus. And it's got the in the National Trust livery. Dryham Park shuttle bus. Goes from Bath Station to Dryham Park. Again, I did used to have one of these in a Travel West Midlands livery, but I got rid of it for another one. But this is quite nice, isn't it? Got a nice livery. So there we go. That has brought us to the end. So those are the buses on display in the living room. So come back for part 2 and I will show you my London buses. There's only a couple, so you don't have to work up too much of a sweat. There's only a couple of the London buses. So I'll show you them in part 2. So I hope you've enjoyed part 1 and stay tuned for part 2.